Race 8 is the Shanghai Handicap. It's Class 3 company and the distance is 1,200 metres. A reminder, of course, the rail in the A+3 position. And the weights are headed by a former South African galloper who won 5 from 13, Anonymous. He was called Hemingway in South Africa. Mr. Croissant, Star of Yunlong, Mr. Alden. Namjong Springs, a former Australian galloper, won his maiden at Kembla Grange on heavy track. Namjong Sings. New Asia Sunrise, Happy Lifeline, Cruciatus, Monkey Jewelry, obviously a very interesting runner-up in class. Little Wise Man has been a bit of a head case at the trials recently, one in particular, and Great Smart down the bottom. Now the Chunfa information for race 8, New Asia Sunrise and Happy Victory are the two horses to head back and forth to Chunfa. Speed map here, Tom.
£113 for Jumbo Prize. Dylan Moe, Casper Founder. I think he jumps straight to the front and try and leads here. Anonymous has led in his recent barrier trial. He trialled for a second placing at Happy Valley behind Singapore Sling. Happy Victory is another one that's set up on the pace in his recent trial up at Chungfa. Gallant Spirit's got some speed in his profile. Interesting for Mr. Croissant. Zach Purton's going to have to give him a very good ride, I think, from gate number 10 to get him into a nice position. But he's a world-class jockey, so we know he'll be able to do that.
Anonymous is the name of this one. He's a bit of a tongue twister for you boys. Anyway, he goes okay here. He's £1,015, so not the biggest chap around. He's had a couple of trials to lead into this race as well. Shows a bit of pace. This horse trialled really well, and he's going nice. He's
How do you say his name, Paul?
Mr. Croissant. And he goes fluently here. A couple of even sectionals for him there, Brett. He goes, well, I know you like a croissant too. The next one we're going to look at is Namjong Sings. He's the one closest to us. I've liked his track work and I've liked his trials, this horse. Now, he did win at Newcastle over 1,400 metres last start. It wasn't a bad run. I went and had a look at that, actually. He's an on-pace run.
You're real good at getting that deep throatiness there, like you're trying to get rid of a few croissant flakes out of your throat.
Exactly.
Let's move on. Mr. Croissant is on screen, New Asia Sunrise. And I thought Mr. Alden actually ran a better race down here on the rail. You can see him dart back to the rail late stages. But Mr. Croissant looks to have a lot of progress.
He does, and he's trialled really well at Happy Valley since this run as well. I thought New Asia Sunrise is going particularly well as well. So they got beaten by a really nice horse in Golden 60. I think he's going to the top. So I think it's quite a strong form race.
And he has won second up in the past. He hasn't been able to win first up, but he's gone close, and he went close there. So he's going to be the horse to beat here. Cheek pieces on. Valley Trial was really good.
I think there's a chance Zach might just try and ping him out of the gates and get across, ride him like he's the best horse, take him to the front if he can. All right, well, Monkey Jewelry comes into the race with a win underneath his belt, and we know he's always had a lot of talent, this horse. He's won 2 so far from 6, and they have been his last 2. Yeah,
and look, he can be a bit green at times, can Monkey Jewelry, can run around a little bit. But look, he'd put everything right here. He put his head down. It was a close finish, but he managed to hang on. He's got barrier number 12, which is going to make it a little bit awkward, but I still think he can run a good race. I think he's got plenty of that raw ability.
Yeah. He's gone up a few rating points, 54 from when he won at the end of last season to 66 now. The draw makes it a little bit awkward for Joe, but he's certainly got talent.
He certainly has, no doubt about that. Let's move on to Anonymous, who is one of the 2 debutants in the race. 5 out of 13. He was a decent horse in South Africa. You highlighted in the speed map, but Tom, that he has plenty of speed as well.
He does, and that's a Singapore Sling there on the outside. There's a few nice horses to watch out in the trial there behind him as well, the third horse in particular. But he's won over 12, 14, 1,600 metres. Best form over, I think, 1,400 metres. Last race at Durbanville. Aldo de Meyer has won and placed on him in the past, and Grant van Niekerk's placed on him in South Africa, but Umberto Rispoli rides here for Ferraris.
Where's the colours of the Sylph? Anonymous. Star of Yunlong is having just his second start. On debut, he was 5th beaten 4 behind Athero. This was his trial finishing 30. He chased up all right here, Paul.
Yeah, and he has won a trial as well this season. So, look, he goes all right, this horse. And the 4 lengths behind Athero reads pretty good as well. He's only had the 1 run. Matthew Chadwick, barrier 6. Look, I didn't find a spot for him, but he's an interesting runner for me.
He was Ole in New Zealand, and Wood on Fire actually trialled with him back home. He's got some good form back home.
Yeah, we had a very good horse here in Hong Kong quite a few seasons ago called Ole. He was a good dirt horse. But yes, a runner of interest, Star of Yunlong, definitely. But on top, is it Mr. Croissant, Paul?
It is. Look, he's going to be hard to beat, isn't he? He comes out of a really strong form race. He's won second up before. and looks tough to beat. Just the awkward draw. Namjong Singh's for a bit of value. Nick, he did win it with blinkers on in his last 2 starts in Australia. He's not going to run with them here, and he's drawn wide, but he's got a bit of pace, and I think there's a little bit to this horse. I might be 1 run too early, but I'm interested. Could be one to follow out of the race, actually. I'll be interested to see how he does go. Monkey Jewelry and New Asia Sunrise has been running really well recently as a 7-year-old. 2596.
Here's Mr. Croissant, I think, is the one to beat here for Zach Purton and Chris. So drawn gate number 10, that trial at Happy Valley was really good. Going to throw a New Asia Sunrise. He had a bit of a tough run last time out, caught wide, no cover, but he still stayed on well behind Solomon's Bay. He's certainly on a mark that he can certainly win off now. Monkey Jewelry, I'm going to throw in Star of Yun Long at a decent enough price. He's at 10 and 2.9, a little bit shorter than I thought he might have been, but I thought his trial behind Little Giant was good. So 2, 6, 9 and 3.
Yep, I'm with the likely favourite as well, Mr. Croissant. Mr. Alden's a horse I'll be keeping an eye on. I thought he went slightly better last start. Right, that's race 8.